I'd like to recognize ORR's 3 senior players, Katie Goulart, Ashton Chico, and Morgan Brown. Now we ask the Wareham's only senior, Peter Fernandez and her family, please go to center court. This year, she leads the team in points, rebounds, and block shots. She has made herself into a quality player and is co-captain for the Lady Vikings and has helped guide them to 3 straight tournament appearances. Off the court, Katie is just as impressive, as she is reliable, responsible, and respectful. She has a 3.7 GPA and will be attending either Salem State, Wheaton College, not matter, UMass Garden to continue her education and play out. Coach Patrol, the Lady Vikings would like to thank you for all she has sacrificed for the program and for all she has given to the town of Wareham. She is a role model on and off the court, and we wish her the best of luck in the future. First, the cheerleaders. Accompanied by her dad, Matt Halperin, please welcome Caitlin Halperin, one of the captains of the cheerleading team. Next, escorted by her parents, Lee Brittany Cleveland, co-captain Heather Cleveland. Next, escorted by her grandmother, Madeline Sylvia, and her dad, Chad Barlow, please welcome Connie Barlow. And finally, not here today, we're Shot Bigelow, who was out visiting colleges. And now for the boys. First, Derek Derrier, escorted by Teresa Vasconcelos, his grandmother. Next, we have Xavier Fogey, escorted by his dad, James Fogey. Next, escorted by Dave and Joanna White, Annie White. Next, we have Jay Sean Morgan and Mark Perot, escorted by Kim Pina. Next is Matt Griggs, escorted by Mom Donna Griggs. And next we have Michael Bonney, escorted by Mary and Brett Bonney. Both the boys and the girls would like to thank Lori Connor for the great job she does taking the pictures and giving the class out for the boys tonight. This time I'd like to present Lori with a bouquet of flowers. Tonight's flowers are sponsored by Mama Mary's Italian Cafe. Final minutes for warm-ups, and then we'll get the game going.
Hello again, folks. Welcome to the final game here. Wareham High School South Coast Conference between the OR Bulldogs and the Wareham Vikings. Brett Labani alongside of me. I'm Paul Gagel. And Brett, tonight's game has no real significance in the South Coast Conference, but maybe overall in the brackets, with Wareham having a 17-4 overall record and the Bulldogs 16-3. So we could possibly steal a 1 seed away from
yeah, as far as the Herald was saying, you know, the lowest we would be is probably a 4 seed.
Yeah, we got the 4 locked in already.
4 locked in. Today, Martha's Vineyard beat Stang by 17, I believe, so that's going to stir some things up. You know, everybody worries about going to the Vineyard, which isn't going to happen this year, but you still don't want to play the Vineyard, you know.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
And I don't, you know, right now, you kind of hope that you could put Rochester in a predicament where they have to play Stang because Bishop Stang's beat them twice now. They just seem to match up well. They have their number. So we were kind of, you know, right now, we talked about before, if everything goes according to plan on paper, we could have one of the biggest games in the history of these two teams at UMass Boston. I know that's way down the road, but if everything worked out right, you could be, these two teams, you know, but you kind of hope that Rochester got beat before. Tonight's game, you know, Wareham shot, I believe, like 28% in the first game. I mean, they didn't play their best game. We got good news tonight. Matthew Griggs wasn't supposed to play. He is going to try and play. So
let's hope he doesn't get hurt. He's an important.
Yeah, a little inside information. I believe Wareham's going to come out in a 1-3-1 zone because that's what Stang has been. Twice they've done it.
Okay.
You know, I just feel that Stang just matches up with them physically a little better, but hopefully this will change. Tonight's an emotional night, senior night, which was sponsored by Mama Mary's again.
219 Main Street, Wareham.
So, I mean, it's bittersweet for me. It's my son's last regular season game, but I'm hoping he has a big game. So.
Okay, we're going to have the announcements of the starting lineups.
Adam from the Courier said the prediction online, Mikey wins it with a 3-pointer at the buzzer. I told him that. He says, oh, no pressure. They do an online poll, the Courier, and it came out that Mikey hits a 3 at the buzzer to win it. So I told him, he goes, yeah, no pressure. I know.
Officials for tonight's game of Dave Debo and Aaron Carver. The Bulldogs come to the contest with a 15-0 record in the league and a 16-3 record overall. The Vikings record is 13-2 in the league and 17-4 overall. ORR is head coach by Steve Caravallo and assisted by Matt Marco and Chris Gay. And now, starting for the Bulldogs. At guard, 5'9", number 1, Noah Ladies. At forward, 6'4", junior, number 4, and Santos.
It's a full house. Full house.
Oh yeah, good crowd.
At guard, senior, pro-captain, number 30, Ryan Hayes. At guard, 6'1", senior, pro-captain, number 23, Jordan Ross. Wareham head coach Kevin Jones is assisted by Steve Campbell, Mike Yeager, and Larry Senna. And now, starting for the Vikings. At forward, 6'2", sophomore, 23, Joe Armstrong.
Somebody singing it?
They got 5 little girls singing it.
Number 5, Mike Lavani.
Well, you can't screw that up.
At center, 6'3", number 11, Derek Carrier. At guard, 5'10", senior, number 20, co-captain, Matt Briggs. At guard, senior, co-captain, number 1, Andy White. This time, we'll ask the showstoppers, musical experience to come up and sing tonight's national anthem.
Thank you.
Oh, I see how it is. He brings you across, he don't bring me one.
We try not to let you talk.
Yeah.
We've seen what you did with the music.
Okay, here we go. Derek Guerrier. He's jumping against the sophomore, Matt Vallis. Nope, it's going to be Menard. It's going to jump.
And Menard really killed us in that first game. He was he was a big key for them.
Derek Guerrier wins the draft. Here's Matt Griggs, who was supposed to be out tonight. Big surprise. Oh, Jordan.
Well, maybe a little early jitters by the sophomore.
Yeah.
Took his eye off the ball. He would have had an open three.
Valves, no good. Big rebound. Wareham ball.
That was Beatty on the miss.
Yeah. That was Beatty, huh? Number 30, yep. Ryan Beatty. Valves is 10, the sophomore. There's Matt.
Wareham handling the pressure a little better tonight than they did against Sandwich.
Goes out to Griggs. There's White, the long three. Andy White, in and out. Jordan Menard with the rebound coming right up. Here's Noah Fernandez, the freshman.
Travel on it.
Travel.
You know, that was a long three that Andy took, but you don't mind that. It's an open three. He can hit that shot, you know. Gotta you know, hit those threes to open it up inside.
The travel was on Ivan Santos. There's White, Jovan Thomas. Jovan.
Oh, nice move. Nice move by the sophomore there, showing confidence.
Noah Fernandez.
A good ball handler for Rochester.
Fernandez.
Many think that he won't be around for 4 years. One of the private schools will scoff him up. Wear him out in the 1-3-1.
Noah Fernandez, no good. Big rebound by Griggs. 6:36, first quarter. Here's the sophomore.
Have a little handle problem.
Off the glass, no good.
Little force. He forced that, you know.
There's Beatty. Santos, little runner off the glass and out. Guerrier. Oh, what a save by Griggs. Here's Mike Labonte. 2-on-2. Bounce pass to Jovan Thomas.
No foul.
Wow. Oh, the rebound by Griggs.
Gonna let him play, I guess, tonight.
Derek Guerrier, a good offensive rebounder.
Seemed like Jovan got
yeah, he
ball.
did. He did. Two guys were on him.
Early lead, though, for Wareham.
Menard off the back of the rim, no good. Andy White keeps it alive.
Gotta grab the ball.
Yeah. Santos, little push shot. Nope.
Boy, Rochester coming out cold here.
Yep.
But Jovan wide open.
Guerrier. Wow. Glass, no good.
Where's the foul?
Wow. Noah Fernandez.
Wow, they're letting him go both ways here. Everybody's getting whacked and hacked. And, wow.
4-2. Three-pointer by Michael Labonte, no good.
Griggs with the rebound.
Griggs. Jovan Thomas for three. It's good.
It's an early 7-2. I cannot believe the punishment that these kids are taking, and there's no calls.
Santos, Beatty. It's good.
He answers with a three.
7-5, early first quarter. Oh, I thought he saved it.
Wow. Well, the referee does have a whistle. He found it. First time he used it. Huh? They've been getting whacked both ways. Wow.
It's Fernandez, Menard.
Wareham stayed in that 1-3-1 zone.
Menard in the paint.
He traveled. Traveled and fouled.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is Andy White. Mike Labonte. Way out deep to Griggs. Jovan Thomas for another three. In and out.
Good shot. Just missed.
Noah Fernandez for a three. It's good.
Just like that, Old Rochester takes the lead. It's going to be like this,
7.
up and down all the way.
Griggs. Devon Thomas for a 3. No, it's not even got close.
I think the sophomore's forcing it a little.
Beatty.
Wow. Wow. I'd say that's the 8th foul committed and the first one called.
Wareham number 1, Ian White, his first, team first. Ryan Beatty's on, shoot 2.
4:02 to go, first quarter. First free throw is good by Beatty. Ryan Beatty. So, Mark Perot's coming in with Josh Onu. Second free throw by Beatty.
Coach was only going to give the sophomore a little breather, try and calm him down.
Yeah.
Right like that. It's a 3-point lead for Rochester. Wareham came out firing on all cylinders, kind of a little slowed down.
This is Griggs. Double team, gets by Noah Fernandez. Mark Perot for 3. Oh, big rebound by Onu. But he loses it out of bounds.
Wareham living and dying here by the 3. They didn't shoot well in the first game, and now, not starting out that well with the 3-point line. They need a stop here.
There's Menard. Santos lost it. Mikey Labonte comes out of the scrum with the ball. There's Mike Labonte. There's Andy White. Griggs.
3 men on Griggs.
Mike Labonte. Mike Labonte all the way to the glass, no good.
I don't know what you got to do to get fouls here.
Well, they'll pull the whistle out of their pockets.
I mean, this is
what we've seen this year. They'll pull the whistle out with 2 minutes to go.
This is
There's Andy White with 3. No good.
That's going to be second foul on Andy White.
Coach is going to have to pull him out probably. And Javon's coming back in the game. Yep, Andy's coming to the bench.
It's like a football game breaking out here.
It sure is. It's very physical. Beatty. Noah Fernandez, freshman guard.
Into Val's.
Oh, he slipped there. Pass to Santos.
A little travel, a little gypsy-do, walk-a-do.
Mark Perot is going to go all the way to the paint and in.
Nice play by Mark Perot. 10-9, Rochester.
Big play by the senior.
There's Beatty wide open. They get back on him.
Beatty.
Beatty to Fernandez.
Noah Fernandez for 3.
He's got that shot. He's got that range. They got to get out on him.
Wow, Mark Perot, a 3. Mark Perot.
Big good. If he can hit that consistently, Wareham's in good shape. Gotta need a stop here, though.
Yep.
Back and forth they go.
Fernandez.
There's Griggs.
Griggs comes out of the scrum.
And 1.
Oh.
Give Griggs credit though. He came out.
Yep.
You know, he's got his ankle swollen. You know, and he's come out here and battling.
Team first. That Griggs line, shoot 2.
Here's the senior co-captain, Matt Griggs.
Can tie the game here.
Does.
There we go.
That's Wareham's first free throw of the game so far. 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Matthew with the second one. It's good.
Good.
Back in the lead.
Back and forth we go. I think it's going to be like this all night.
Here's Noah Fernandez.
Bernard.
Bernard for 3. It's
Wow.
good.
That almost set off the fire extinguishers.
That brought some snow off the roof.
Oh, man.
Griggs, double team, gets through it. Mark Perot, fakes the 3. No, oh, that pass, we didn't get away with that in the sandwich game. They were waiting for that
They had
pass.
too much size.
Yeah.
Too much athleticism.
Griggs, Devon Thomas is going to drive to the paint, a block. Griggs gets it back.
Wow.
There's the buzzer.
That's a travel. That's a travel. They had possession. It's a travel. How can you? Wow, the left hand don't know what the right hand's doing here, boys.
Wow.
Wow. They call the 24-second, I mean the 30-second violation at 4 seconds after they had the ball. It's incredible.
The buzzer went off.
I mean, they had.
It's Fernandez.
Wow.
Menard. Santos.
There's Beatty.
Beatty for 3. It's good. Beatty's got 3 3-pointers. Mike Labonte. Griggs. 19-14. Here's Griggs all the way. Wow. Beatty. Big miss. 21-14. Beatty's having a big first half here.
Yep, Wareham letting this get away from him right here.
Odo.
Jeez, what are they? I mean,
Valls. It's good. 23-14. 9-point lead for ORR. Matt Griggs for 3. No good. Williams going to have to settle down here.
I've never seen a quarter of non-calls that blatant. I mean, that's terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, that's absolutely terrible.
The most blatant call was the one where the shot clock went off.
I mean, this is. Wareham, I mean, really letting this get out of hand here. 9 points already. Everything just kind of fell apart for them. They started out good, and then they got into a run and shoot game with Rochester, and Wareham just seems to be forcing everything right now.
Right.
Got to settle down the troops.
Side. When you talk to Paul, you disappear.
There's Marquis Silver in the game. Save Fogey's in.
Wareham definitely needs a defensive stop here. They need to settle down.
Jump shot by Fernandez is good.
Once again, Rochester's shooting lights out against what, you know.
Yep.
Andy White back in with 2 fouls.
There's Javon Thomas. Andy White. On the paint. Andy's going to go to the line. Beatty, his first foul. Here's Andy White, first free throw. It's good. Andy could cut it to 9 here. He does.
Again, Wareham needs a defensive stop.
There's Wareham 1-3-1 here.
Of course, right now, Rochester's shooting the lights out.
Right. Noah Fernandez. Almost stolen away. Here's Vallis. No good. Derek Carrier with the rebound. Andy White. Andy White.
No foul. I mean. Wow.
Very physical game here. Very few whistles. Each team with 2 team fouls. Carried away by Gary here. This is Andy White. Dave Fogy. Out to Andy White. Andy White to the paint, off the glass, no good. Santos, saved by Beatty. Menard, Val's in the paint. They lost it. 6:24 to go.
Check that whistle, see if it works.
There has been no whistles.
Wow.
6:23 to go. Second quarter. Marquis Silva. Javon Thomas for 3. No good. Sophomore's ice cold.
They're just cold right now.
And OR shooting lights out. Good perimeter shooting team. Menard, Noah Fernandez. Menard. Andy White. Menard. Foul before the shot.
Good foul.
Guerriere, Andy White. Javon Thomas way out deep to Andy White for the 3. Andy, it's good.
Good movement of the ball, good shot.
Down to a 6-point game.
Need another defensive stand here, Paul.
Wareham crawled right back into it here. Here's Fernandez. Beatty underneath the paint.
Oh, nice block.
Nice
block by Griggs.
That's 44, Brian Salkine.
Yep.
Beatty looking for some help. Almost. Expired out deep to Fernandez. 5:28 to go. Second quarter. 6-point game, 25-19. Fernandez. Oh. He took a hit in the stomach, too. Took a little wind out of him.
Well, the only good thing is he found his whistle.
Yeah. Only at the wrong time. This could have been a little earlier. Yeah. Fernandez makes the first. Mark Perot in the game. The sophomore Javon Thomas is going to take a seat. Fernandez's second free throw is no good. Guerriere.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You know, these referees are going to lose control of this game.
Sure are. Here's Griggs. Andy White, 5 minutes and 7 seconds to go. Here's Matt Griggs, co-captain. Here's Andy White. Little jump shot, no good. Beatty, double team trap. Menard's got it. Jason Menard to Beatty for 2. And no good. Mike Labonte's got the rebound. Right up the gut. Down to the paint. They shake it loose. Andy White. (26-19), 4:34 on the clock, and the freshman's going to the line for 2 for Old Rochester. First shot by Noah is good. Noah Fernandez, 5'9", freshman guard for the Old Rochester Bulldogs. Second free throw is up and good.
This is not the start Wareham was looking for.
Well, 28-19, 9-point lead here. Halfway through the game, second quarter, almost. Wareham's got to crank it up offensively a little here. Keep the game within reach. There's Andy White all the way to the paint. No foul.
Can't get anything to go.
No. Way out deep. It's number 20. Big rebound by Mark Perot. That was Gamache with the shot. Riggs, Mike Labonte for 3. It's good.
It's a 6-point game again.
28-22. There's Menard, and Santos is in the backcourt.
There we go.
They threw it away.
Another defensive
Andy
stop.
White.
That's what they need.
Andy White. Matt Griggs. Here's Griggs, right in the paint. Little runner.
And one. And gone. There you go. That's what they need. Drive to the basket. 4-point. Griggs can catch this to a 3-point lead. That's what Wareham needed. They're not panicking. They're settling down, getting into their game. But the defense, you know, they got to keep the...
Griggs, no good. Not close.
Ooh,
almost.
Almost. They got to keep their intensity up, though, Paul, on the defensive end here. You got a couple more stops here. You can tie this up before halftime.
Yep, plenty of time before the halftime clock expires. Here's Menard. That was Santos. Here's his brother, Ivan. Big rebound by Perot.
Big basket here
Andy
for
White
Wareham.
coming down the right wing. Andy White shaking and baking.
Oh, nice move. Nice move. Got a 2-point lead here.
There's a big layup by Andy White. What a move. Here's Menard for 3. Yes.
That quiets the crowd. They're not going to go away. That's for sure. I mean, they're just going to keep plugging here.
Yep. Menard's second 3-pointer of the game. Here's Andy White.
Oh.
Andy gets it back. Mike Labonte for 3. No good.
Oh, again.
It's out of bounds.
Oh, man.
No. Timeout. Or what?
That would have been a big 3 for Labonte there.
Yeah.
Now it's a 5. You know, you
Yeah.
got to be careful here. You got it to 2. Now
Yeah.
you're back to, you know, it's one of those games where within seconds you can go from a 2-point deficit to an 8-point deficit. You know, the defense just got to pick up their
Right.
intensity. You know, of course, Rochester now seems like they're not shooting.
Yeah.
They're not shooting lights out like they were in the first quarter. Of course, they did take Noah Fernandez out for a breather, and it changed their whole offense. And I think that's why the coach called timeout.
Give him a breather, get him back in.
I would think. He runs that offense. He's a good shooter.
I would say is to pack it in and start making that number 10, the sophomore center, work a little harder and get him in foul trouble. I mean, he's athletic, but he's no Superman
It's
out
just
there.
not our game.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, we're going to live and die by that 3-pointer, or say at least drive. You know, you got to. But the referees aren't calling anything. So how do you get a guy in foul trouble?
Here we go. 2:30 to go. Second quarter action here. South Coast Conference. Old Rochester and the Wareham Vikings. First and second place teams. Beatty. Menard for another 3. Yes.
Well, his shot is ugly, but it goes in.
He's got 3 3-pointers. Lead back up to 8. Just over 2 minutes to go.
Lucy.
Here's Mike Labonte. Takes the 3. All the way to the paint. No good. Menard gets the rebound off that.
Can you use your whistle sometime tonight?
Beatty. Menard. Santos. Valves. In and out. Big rebound. Here's a foul finally on Fernandez. 1:42 to go. They only have 5 team fouls up there. Public address announcer said 6. They only have 5 up on the clock, so we'll go with the clock and the scoreboard. 5 team fouls.
That's what I believe it is too, because that's what.
Yeah. There's Andy White for 3. No, that's not even close. What a save by Griggs. Foul. Yes. That's number 6.
That should have been, and again, that should have been a foul on Wareham. I mean,
Yep.
I call it, you know, this guy just, I don't know.
Javon Thomas. Javon Thomas. Out to Andy White. Andy White drives the paint.
There it is, like you said, Paul, get number 10, you know. That's his second, I believe. That's number 6.
You say the next possession back up, go right at him again. Get the third one. There's Andy. Big stuff.
No, I think if Wareham can get out of this half down 4, it would be a
big victory.
Maybe a victory for them. Hate to keep saying it, but you got to get these defensive stops.
Andy White's that one. Need a turnover here. Here's a freshman. Oh, there's a possible turnover. They didn't call it. In the paint. Santos, no good.
Over the back.
Andy White's got it. Minute 4 to go. Big possession here for Wareham. They could cut it to 4. Here's Andy White. He gets a pick in the paint. Nice play. Nice
move. Yep, down to 4. Got to stop him again here, guys.
Javon Thomas. Noah Fernandez for 3. Noah, no good. Andy White for the rebound.
Oh, they can cut it to 2 here. And just like that, it's back and forth.
Oh, missed it. Foul on Onu.
I mean, this...
Yeah. Derek Arias coming in. Andy White's coming out. 26 seconds on the clock here.
Big stop here. Yep. Big stop here.
Second
Last
quarter
shot.
action. 4-point game here. Wareham pressing here. Here's Fernandez. 12 seconds. Gamache. No, that's Menard. Excuse me. To Beatty. Beatty. Oh, Santos is all alone. Man, they got a foul.
Derek Area was late getting over there.
This is the junior forward, Ivan Santos. First free throw is no good. That was a big miss. Keeps it at a 4-point game. You know, Wareham will have 3 seconds to get a decent shot off here, about half court. Santos' second free throw is good. Andy White fires up. Oh! Almost goes. At the 1/2 of play. OR 35, Wareham 30, Brett. 5-point game.
That's, I mean, they settled down. They could have got out of hand. They're playing well. I mean, Andy forced a couple of things, but I mean, you're driving to the basket. Guys are getting hacked and whacked, and I mean, both sides. I mean, let's see if they let them play in the second half.
The second quarter, the good thing about the second quarter is Wareham outscored them 16-12, but they had plenty of opportunities to get, to take the lead. Didn't work out.
So we'll see here. Once again, we're being sponsored by Mama Mary's, 219 Main Street. Come on down for homemade Italian cooking.
And we're going down there right after the game, folks. See you right after the first half. The only thing that's going to hurt them against a team that's got some height, they don't have height. They got one tall kid out there. He's a sophomore.
It's not that tall, though. They're good, though. It's going to be a decent team. We're probably going to meet UMass. Won't be surprised. They won't see them till then. They'll be in different brackets. No followers, huh? Either way. That keeper's tough.
Yeah.
Well, got 6-2.
They missed some really blatant ones, I know.
Andy got smashed there. Mike got smashed there.
Even Derek Area got thrown to the floor. They call the jump ball. Jesus. But we're letting them play. I just hope they're consistent. And they don't start, I gotta sit down. Oh. Okay, we're back here, just ready to start the second half, and Brett, Wareham's down 5 points. What are they going to do to crawl back in this one?
Just be patient, you know, they got to be patient. They got to rebound a little better, and you got to get a hand up on these guys' faces when they're shooting the three-pointers. They got to, you know, Maynard's a good three-point shooter. Fernandez and Beatty can shoot it too. But don't panic, you know what I mean? They were down 9. They settled in. They were lucky to get it to 5.
They almost had it down to 2.
They had it to 2 for a minute there.
Yep.
Just don't force things, you know what I mean? Let the game come to them. You know, they've taken some good shots. It's just about they're shooting better tonight than they did the last time against them.
And the only negative note offensively is our sophomore Javon Thomas hasn't heated up yet, so he's been a little cool.
You know, but he just seems a little nervous tonight. You know,
we'll
big
see.
Stage. But with that kid, you never know. I mean, we've seen it all year. He goes 2 quarters without anything, and then all of a sudden he just heats up, you know.
Well, we know if they give him the shot, he's not going to be shy. He's going to fire away.
But they got, you know, but again, I'm not hopping on the refs, but Andy White's game is slashing to the basket. If he's getting hacked and they're not calling it, I mean, that's, you know, that kills us. So, I mean, Mikey Labonte got hit a couple times going to the basket. I mean, they got to make these calls, you know. I know it's both ways, but if we're slashing and they're not, they got to make these. And Rochester will start the second half with the ball. Wareham's just got to, you know, you know Rochester's going to make a run here. You just got to kind of hold them off.
Here we go. Good
Wareham
quarter.
comes out man-to-man. They're getting away from the 1-3-1.
Little Noah Fernandez, no good. One off of Griggs. Beatty's going to put it in play here. You got to get these people to their seats. They're dangerously close to the court here. I know. Santos, Bernard. No good. Big rebound by Javon Thomas, the sophomore. Right up the gut. Here's Javon to the right wing. Double team. Finds Mike Labonte for 3. No good. Mike Labonte's got it back. Gonna fire up. No. Javon's gonna take it. No good. Big rebound, Mike Labonte. Derek Carrier. Out to Griggs. Now Mike Labonte steps it back. New shot clock. Griggs. Andy White.
I would have liked to see Michael Labonte take 30 to the basket, try to get his third foul on him.
Anybody take number 30 to the basket. Almost lost. Javon Thomas.
Just seems out of sorts.
Yeah. Mike Labonte. Nope.
Bad offensive possession there for Wareham.
That was a bad looking offensive possession. Here's Menard for another 3. No good.
Over the back. Thank you.
It's on 10, Dallas, I think.
Number 11.
No, it's on 11?
I believe so.
Santos? Very close to getting number 10's third, Brett. Here's Griggs. And drive the paint all the way. Didn't fall, but Griggs is going to get it back. Andy White. Nothing's falling for Wareham. Got a foul. Wow.
This is what I love. This is high school basketball at its best.
6:23 here in the third quarter. No scoring so far here in the third quarter. No baskets. Guerrier. Here's Griggs. Javon Thomas for 3. It's good.
And like that, it's a 2-point game.
Hard to believe, Brett.
Wareham stays in a man-to-man.
And just the guy we were talking about that had to heat up for us is the sophomore. This Guerrier with great defense.
That's a travel. He felt it. I mean,
Dallas.
and Derek Guerrier gets back.
Noah Fernandez. And another block. Spin by Valls.
There's a travel. They need football pads out there soon. I mean, this is...
Helmets and pads.
Oh, my God.
Here's Griggs, right up the gut. He beats the trap. Here's Mike Labonte. Got the sophomore. Jovan Thomas gets the lead!
Just as we called it, he heats it. This kid's unbelievable. He can go from cold to hot to cold. It's like my furnace.
Valves, no good. Big
Nice
rebound by
rebound.
Derek Guerrier. He's gotten 2 big rebounds the last 2 possessions, Brett.
Yeah,
Danny White, off the glass. Oh!
Could have been an offensive push-off there, too.
5:03 to go. Wareham with the lead. 3 points, 38-35. Here's foul on Griggs. Noah Fernandez, and he's a good free throw
He's
shooter.
quick.
Yep, he sure is.
I like what Wareham's doing here. They've come out in man-to-man, their intensity. Derek Guerrier, like you said, with 2 big rebounds.
And the sophomore with 2 big threes.
Yep.
Noah, finally.
And Noah Fernandez has now got the Paul Gagel.
Sometimes it works for the other team.
Yeah. This kid may never make another free throw again in his career.
Oh, another miss.
Oh, what a block by Griggs.
Goes out of bounds off of Wareham. War's going to get possession again. 28 seconds on the clock. Shot clock, that is. Oh, Andy White just missed a steal there. Here's Fernandez.
Oh,
Santos. Griggs. Trying to get that long wingspan in there and cause a turnover. Here's Fernandez. Wow. Got a 2?
that's a 2.
Here's Andy White. Oh,
Off his own foot.
Oh! Nice play.
Nice
by
hustle by Mike
Labonte.
Labonte.
Took away an easy layup. Beatty putting it in play to Menard. Noah Fernandez to Santos. On Guerrier, I think. Yep, on Guerrier. Derek's third. Will Santos. Junior guard. Will makes his first.
A big game like this, and they send us these 2 bums for referees. I just.
I know.
It's tie ball game.
It is. Santos makes them both. These 2 teams showing us why they're 1 and 2 in the conference. Brett.
Oh yes, I mean it's,
Mark Perot, and that's not going to go. A bad shot.
this is where Wareham's
Yeah.
going to be careful. They can let this.
4:06 to go. Here's Fernandez. Oh! Good foul. Now the whistle comes out.
I mean, this guy.
Here's Noah Fernandez. Rattles it home.
Yeah.
Fernandez has 13 points. Make it 14.
Just like that, it's a 3-point lead. So, I mean, it's back and forth here.
Andy White. Javon Thomas. Gonna take a 3. It's good.
The young man's heating up here. That's 3 for 3 in the second half. That's what Wareham needed.
41 to 41, all tied up. Here's Noah Fernandez. Wow.
That's way too easy. That's way too easy. I mean, you got to get some help. I mean, I mean, he's quick, but once he broke through, you got to come up and help. That's what I'm saying. Where is the help? I mean, that's you know, Wareham's
43, 41.
defense, they all got to work together.
3:35 to go.
It's
What a ball game, back and forth now. Seesaw.
You battle back to get in the game here, and then you let something like that happen, you know?
Now, if I was in charge of the music, I'd have the Moody Blues ride my seesaw right now.
Right there.
Yeah.
You know how to get into that song?
One of my favorite bands from the 70s. Yeah, no. No more Beyonce and no more awesome. Let me.
Glad to hear at least one more guy.
This game could come down to the team with the who has the ball last tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, this is just.
3:35, 43-41, and this definitely has a flavor of a playoff game, Brett. And it's coming next week, Tuesday and Wednesday. Brackets we'll see Saturday afternoon sometime. Griggs underneath to Andy White. Gets loose.
Oh, nice.
Wow, what a play by Andy White.
Now they got a D up. You need help. Five guys playing together here now.
Noah Fernandez, 43-43. Fake, Menard, Fernandez.
Oh, see that? Where's the help?
Wow.
No
Val's
help again.
He got away with a on the back. Is Jovan Thomas.
Again! That's his fourth three-pointer in the second half.
He's got 5 in the game.
The kid's heating up.
46-43.
Oh,
Andy White
there's a
almost
nice
had it.
turnover by.
Here comes Andy White. 2:40 to go. What a game, folks. Third quarter, Wareham High School, South Coast Conference. Last of the season. Here's Jovan Thomas. To the paint. Nice pass to Ono, and he lost it.
Wareham ball,
White
though.
ball. Coach was only wanted a timeout, but he didn't get it. The good thing the shot clock, the arrow was pointing our way, Brett. Ono had a nice, easy basket.
Yeah,
there.
he just lost
couldn't-
control of it.
Nice pass, too, by the sophomore, Jovan Thomas. Andy White.
Oh, too much. Wareham ball.
And he got away with it. Andy was trying to be too fancy.
He's trying to do
right?
too much.
In a game of this magnitude, you don't want to fool around like that. 2:15 to go. It's a 3-point game, 46-43. Here's Andy White. Noah Fernandez has got Andy White, one-on-one. Here's Andy. Pushes away, little shot.
Oh,
Andy White.
Another push off.
Got away with that one, huh?
Oh, these guys are terrible
Yeah.
both ways.
5-point game. Wareham's biggest lead of the game so far. Push.
He's growing a beard under there. He's growing a beard under there, kid.
That was on Ono. There's Ballas.
Oh, almost a turnover.
Santos.
Thomas again.
Again, the 3. No good. Big rebound, Perot.
Oh.
Block. No foul. Cost a push on, on Perot.
You gotta be kidding me.
48-45. Minute 32, third quarter.
Oh my Lord. The referee standing right there didn't call it. Wow. You guys are missing
There's
a
Menard.
good game.
There's Menard. Santos. Noah Fernandez. In the paint to Valls. It's good.
What's the over-under on the 3 seconds here, Paul?
They don't call
I
it
mean, he's
anymore.
in there for 10 seconds.
48-47. Minute and 6 to go. There's Andy White.
Hey.
Now we got a
Who
foul.
we got it on here? This could be number 4? No. Oh, it's on Noah.
It's on Noah Fernandez. He'll second, I think. Yep. It's Andy White. It's good.
2-point lead.
And he's going to get one more. Andy's second free throw is up and good.
Three-point lead here, Paul.
Noah Fernandez, the freshman. He's got a bundle of points here. Oh, out of control.
Oh, he's out of bounds.
Yeah. Not only that, I thought that was a
Travel, turnover. I mean, he got the third call right.
Yeah. 54 seconds to go.
The game's a little. Yeah. I mean, I think the game's a little too fast for these guys.
Yeah. Mark Perot, Mike Labonte. Perot coming over here to the left arc for the three. Oh, knocked loose. Mike's got it back. Danny White, 5 seconds. Got a foul.
That's number 3. That's his.
No, it's on Fernandez.
Yes, I believe so. That's his third. That's his third.
Wow.
Wareham have last shot here.
Either way, it would have been the other guy's third foul too, so we'll take that one.
But I'd rather have the kid.
He's coming out.
I'd rather have the
But he'll be back in the fourth quarter. He's not going to sit for long. Oh, Mikey.
Michael.
Wow, what a big play by Mike Labonte. Wow. Almost
That's a senior
lost it.
mentality right there. He made a mistake and made up
He
for it.
stayed calm. Oh my God, what do they call? A push? On who? On Andy? Now they're calling anything close.
This guy, he's the worst. That's the worst I've seen all year.
24
So
seconds.
horrible. Oh, just terrible. It's terrible. Man, oh man.
His
Big game like this.
Jason Menard, Santos, little push, in and out. Andy White's got it. 9 seconds.
Oh, what is that? He hacked him 3 times.
Wow.
What is going on here? Unbelievable. Oh my Lord. Oh.
So, big thing, big offensive quarter here for Wareham. Brett, they scored 20 points to OR's 12, and now they're in command, not in command, but they're in the lead with 3 points, 50-47.
3-point, but Rochester gets the ball here to start the fourth quarter.
Right.
Noah Fernandez will probably be back in, but he's got 3 fouls, so he might have. What you're going to see now is, and you saw it earlier, they're going to probably post Andy White up and try and, if not, whoever he's covering, they're going to post him up and try and get him definitely into foul trouble.
Yep, Fernandez is on the bench. He's coming in.
And after the game, the team's coming to Mama Mary's for our sponsor at 219 Main Street.
Wareham Center.
And the referees are not welcome.
No, they are.
Oh.
8 minutes to go in this one here, the final quarter of the season for both these teams, regular season, South Coast Conference. Teams number 1 and teams number 2 in the league. It's Menard, here's Noah Fernandez. In the paint, Valley, foul away, no good. Here's Andy White. Javon Thomas for 3.
It's good! Another one for the sophomore.
53-47. Fouls. It's good. 53-49.
4-point lead.
7:18 to go. We're in the final quarter here. Beatty on Mike Labonte. There's Mike Labonte bringing it out to the center of the arc. Andy White, double teamed. Beatty's looking to trap here. As soon as Andy moves into the paint, they'll trap him. Andy steps back. No good. On Gary, that's 4.
Graham's got a D up here.
No, he calls it on Griggs?
No, it was to hit the stanchion.
Oh. Beatty.
The young kid's tough.
Mike Labonte.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah.
Oh, Guerriere couldn't hold on to it.
Let it go. Let it go.
53-51.
Lord. And then Jovan let it go, and it was off us. And just like that, you take a 6-point lead into now they can possibly tie or take the lead. Wareham needs a defensive.
There's Santos. This is Will Santos. Way out deep to Beatty. Oh, and they lost it.
Nice defense by Wareham. Now we needed a good shot here by Wareham.
6:17 to go. Plenty of time in this one, folks. Don't go away.
It's a nail biter.
53-51, 2-point game.
Game's as good as advertised.
Yes, it is. Here's Griggs. Turn around, Matt Griggs. No. Nice save by Andy White, no good. Guerriere, no good. Andy White.
And foul on number 30.
That's his third.
Wareham doesn't have any more fouls to give.
Nope. And
Rochester has one. That's Beatty's second. Boy, Wareham got a bunch of offensive rebounds.
Guerriere off the glass. Oh, what a bad shot that was. Almost taken away. Oh, steal. All the way to the paint.
Oh my geez.
Andy White. Noah Fernandez, miss.
Damn it.
You're getting beat?
That was a bad, you missed a layup.
Yeah.
And it all kind of unraveled from there.
Yeah. They had a chance.
A nice play turned into a bad play.
Yeah, that's the fourth on Griggs, too, which is bad. Oh, a miss.
Oh, come on. They got to get a rebound. They're getting out hustled right now, Paul.
Yep.
This guy. Six-point lead is now a 2-point deficit.
Timeout.
Wow. It's just this been a game of runs, you know.
Yeah.
Each team taking, you know, hopefully Wareham's taking Rochester's hit right here and
Make a little run of
they're
their
gonna make a
own.
little run of themselves,
Yes.
you know. Back and forth.
So 17 fouls for Wareham, only 5. Old Rochester's got one more to give. Still got more than a half to go. I mean, excuse, more than a quarter to go here. Griggs with 4 fouls. I think Guerriere's got how many? 3?
I believe so, yep.
Yeah.
I think you got to go back to Jovan at the three-point line. He's hot, you know. Something's got to. They got to get a good shot here.
Yeah. Javon Thomas. Andy White. Mike Labonte, 8 seconds on the shot clock. Javon Thomas for 3. No good.
Not a good offensive.
No, not a good offensive run there.
It's out of sync now.
Yeah.
Ah, tough one there. Kick ball. Got to be careful here now. You're down 2. You got to stop them.
Yeah, don't let an easy bucket here happen on the throw-in. Way out deep. Noah Fernandez, what a save. Little jump shot by Noah. No good. Andy White with a rebound. Mike Labonte gets that nice pass from Andy. Mike's going to go to the paint. Draws the foul. That's on number 10, Valls. That's his third.
And that's the 6th foul. So now both teams are going to be shooting the rest of the game.
4:21.
2 big free throws here for Mike Labonte.
Mike's first one. Oh, he misses it. That hurt. See if he can make the next one. Mike's second free throw is good.
It's a 1-point game here, back and forth.
4:20 to go. Here's Santos. Menard. Noah Fernandez. Valls. Oh, a steal
nice
by Andy
pass.
White. Layup by Andy White.
Wareham has the lead again.
56-55.
Back and forth we go.
We've still got a half a quarter to go here, folks. Hang in there. And Noah Fernandez for a three. No good. Andy White.
Grab it.
Arrow goes to Wareham.
Good. Nice call by the coach there. Oh, boy. I can't handle the stress here, Paul.
They would have got the arrow anyway, Brett, so.
Yeah, but you want to save that arrow, you know what I mean? Because that's always big if you get another tied up ball, you know?
Good point. Okay, watch the cheerleaders, Christian.
We're out of breath. We don't, you know, you go from a 1-point lead to a 6-point deficit.
Hey, I'm not going to make it to Mama Mary's. Going to bring me down to Toby Hospital.
I got to go. I got to leave here and go cook for you guys at Mother Mary's.
I got to get angina.
Yeah.
Wow, they were going to give it to OR.
Yeah.
Good thing Coach Faneuil came out and... Wow. I mean, if no one said anything, but they would have seen them put it in play.
It's just, I mean, it's an embarrassment that it's a big game like this, and this is what, I mean, this is what you get.
Yeah. Matt Griggs. Mike Labonte. Andy White. 1-point game, 56-55 here.
Oh, come on. Yeah. This guy's...
What did they call?
Well, the movement. I mean, this guy's just... This is pathetic.
Beatty passes up to 3. Santos. Menard. Paint to Valls. Mike Labonte. Contesting his Menard. Beatty. On Andy White. No good. Big rebound by Ono. Gives it to Andy White. Trap. Ono. Jovan Thomas. Andy White. What a save by Andy White.
You can't call that. You cannot make that call. You cannot make that call. That is horrible. Wow. That is absolutely horrible.
$56-55, folks. It can't get any
That
better
is
than this.
absolutely horrible.
2:44.
Same thing. Where's the elbow? Oh.
$57-56. Timeout, Wareham.
Wow. Up, back, and forth. We get called for an offensive foul down this end. He throws an elbow down this end. I don't know what to foul anymore. I just don't. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man.
Now, you guys were at the game this in December back at OR. Was it like this coming down the stretch? The last time you had the same? No.
It wasn't as many fouls, and it wasn't really contested.
Yeah.
We just were shooting so bad that it was, you know, there wasn't back and forth like this, you know.
Been a crazy game, folks. You can see anything here.
But after all said and done, we can still take the lead here.
2:25 to go. Wareham down by 1. Looking for a good play here. I got Matt Griggs.
That was a bad play.
There's Menard on Griggs. Griggs off the
Where's the
glass.
foul?
There we go. Oh no. It's on Dow's.
Is that the second foul?
Yeah.
This guy.
Oh, that's Fernandez' fourth.
Wow.
Wow, I thought that was on Dow's. They called it on Fernandez. Wow, a big free throw by Mr. Onu.
Tie ball game.
Can't tell you how big that
Fernandez
was.
says 4.
Yeah.
They lose him. They're in
Here's
trouble.
Onu. Second free throw. In and out.
What a steal.
Took it right away from Dow's. And he's going to fire a 3. No good. Dow's got it.
Oh, that would have been
Tied up 57-57 with 2 minutes and 4 seconds to go. Santos, Dow's. It is. Timeout.
big play by Val's there.
The sophomore. 4, 8. He's got 12, and they've all been big baskets.
That was a nice move by him, you know.
The big guy.
You know, big steal by Andy White.
Yeah, but didn't cash in.
I mean, if it goes, it's a good shot. You know what I mean? He makes those, you know. Would have liked to seen a better shot, though, move to the basket, anything, you know. We didn't have to settle for a 3, but it's one of those, if he makes it, it's the greatest shot ever.
Yeah.
You know? But me right now, I would post up whoever Noah Fernandez is on.
Yep, he's got 4 fouls.
I mean, especially if it's Andy White, try to get him that 5th foul. I mean, because now, I mean, if this game stays tied, you go into overtime. They're in trouble without their point guard, you know.
If they lose Fernandez, it's going to be Jason Menard going to the point guard. They're going to lose their 3, and Will Santos is going to have to go back there in his place. Is Mike Labonte going to put it in play here?
And they got Noah Fernandez on Griggs. I would post him up.
Yeah. Javon Thomas. Here's Andy White. Going to drive all the way to the hoop.
What it is!
Andy White.
High ball game.
Tied up 59-59.
Come on, Wareham needs to stop here now.
Big D. 1:32 to go. There's Noah Fernandez. Menard. Oh!
This kid, he's throwing up rainbows.
Minute 16. There's Andy White. Andy White. Griggs. Off the glass. No good. Big rebound.
Oh, my Lord! That should have been number 5 on Noah Fernandez right there. Wow.
62-59.
Wow. Wow.
Here's Beatty. 42 seconds to go. They're killing some clock here.
3 seconds.
Briggs is out of the game. Gonna have to bring Mark Perot in. No, there he is coming in. So it's going to be Andy White in the backcourt with Mike Labonte. Well, that was a bad sequence there for here's Beatty. He's had a great game. Ooh. 63. That's probably going to do it here. This is Beatty's second free throw. It's good. Timeout, Wareham. Would be nice if they fired up a three-pointer, hit it, and went to the free throw line for 4-point play. I mean, I can dream, but that would be the best scenario here. You can't go for a two points because they're still down by 3. If
well,
they make the two.
Whatever the defense gives you, you got to score.
Yeah.
You know, you'd like to get the 3, but you know, they've kind of shot themselves in their own foot tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, they just can't. You know, they don't match up well. I mean, they played well. You know.
They had a nice little lead there, but they let OR come back with a run there.
I just really would have liked to see this. I'm not saying it's not blaming the officials, but I would have loved to see like it officiated like it should have been. I mean, this guy's the word. I mean, well, it has been because they stink both ways, but yet. Got to score quick.
No, that's not going to go.
That's the game right there. That's well, all Wareham can hope is they beat them again in the play. You know, in the playoffs.
2 shots for no
People filing to the exits here with 16 seconds to go.
We might drop all the way to 4. Who knows? And I'll tell you what, for those people that counted out Martha's Vineyard, they may be up there. I don't know.
No, they're not. They're going to be 5.
They're going to.
Yeah. Fernandez makes 2. 66-59. Andy White, no good. Big rebound by Onu. Mike Labonte for 3. It's good.
Might be it's too little too late.
Too little too late. Yeah, it's tough watching a kid from your own hometown stick it to you, you know?
Well, it happens a lot, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's,
he's a good little player.
He's a good player, you know, but it wasn't just one player, it was a team effort.
Yeah, I think with those
Menard with 4, the ugliest three-point shot, 5 that I've seen. I mean, they went in, I don't think he missed, you know? But I thought he was going to set off the fire alarms, you know?
I'll take the snow off the roof.
It doesn't matter. He goes in, you know? gets the ball under. Wareham gets the ball under there. Yep, yep. Would be nice if it was a three-point lead.
Yeah. Unfortunately, those 2 free throws were huge.
Yeah.
Huge. Because a 3-point play here would win the game if he didn't make those 2 free throws. What the heck is going on down
The
there?
left hand don't know what the right hand's doing.
So Mark Perot's coming into the game. Juwan Thomas, Andy White, Mike Labonte, and Josh Ono is going to come back in for a rebound. But they don't need rebounds now. They need a 3-point shot, Brett.
They need a 3-point shot and get fouled.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be something? Don't foul. I hear the coach Cavallo saying, do not foul. Andy White's going to take the 3-pointer. No good. That's it. So again, that ugly offensive quarter. They only scored 12 points in the 4th quarter, Brett. So you can't win games like that.
It was a good game both ways. I mean, they just didn't have what it took to finish it. You know, every time they had a run, you know, Rochester had an answer for it. So.
Right. So anyway, that's going to wrap it up. The regular season is over. Playoffs start next week. We'll know the bracket Saturday afternoon sometime. Looks like Wareham's going to be a 4th seed, and OR is number 1 seed. And Brett Labonte, I'm Paul Gagel. Camera technician is our producer, Christian Fernandez. And we're going to sign off for the regular season. We'll see you in the playoffs. We're heading for Mama Mary's.
Yep.
For a little feed.
219 Macy. We feed you whether we win or lose.
Okay, thanks for watching, folks. We'll see you in the playoffs.